Global warming. Many people think there is no way back. But there is. The oceans, vegetation and soil of this planet absorb 3 gigatons of carbon emissions per year. That worked fine until 1968, when the 3 gigaton threshold was crossed for the first time. In 2009, carbon emissions are at 6.6 gigatons, so already more than double than what the Earth can absorb. The projections show that if we do not change anything, carbon emissions will rise to 14 gigatons by 2050. Now, what does 14 gigatons of carbon emissions mean? In simple words, deserts, natural disasters, leading to conditions in which humans cannot live. It appears that we might want to prevent that from happening. In order to do that, we have to come below 3 gigatons by 2050. No, it's worse. By then, the planet is already so busy absorbing CO2 emissions from the past that we actually have to come below 2 gigatons. And even then, we have to continue at the same pace of reduction during several decades. But first of all, we need to figure out, how do we get below 2 gigatons by 2050? The good news is, many technical solutions in the form of alternative and renewable sources of energy are already available and being used with success. Solar, wind, water, forestry, geothermal energy, hydrogen, biofuels, fuel switch, even nuclear power and carbon capture and storage. So no worries, we are actually already saved. The bad news is, it is not that easy. One of the problems, for example, is the fairness conflict. Have a look at this. We have a total amount of 2 gigatons of carbon emissions per year for the whole planet. That is equal to 1 ton of CO2 emissions per capita per year. Now, if we compare the actual energy consumption in different countries, we will see some interesting features. The average emission per capita in Bangladesh is 0.5 tons of CO2 equivalent, half of the amount that is fair for each individual. The average in Europe is 7 tons, 7 times more than allowed. And the average in the US is 22 tons. What does that mean if we want to reduce global emissions? Who reduces? How much? And when? The problem is getting quite complicated. So let's just take the easiest part. That means we simply get as much oil as possible into the country and used armed force to keep it safe from poor countries. That will ensure our lifestyle for the next 15 years. Maybe 10 years, at least for some of us. Then again, some of us might want to live a little longer. So we might want to have another look at our alternative solutions. Now, which one is the best? In fact, we need a combination of these solutions to drive emissions below 2 gigatons, and even lower. Yes, but in what proportion? There is another regulating factor. We call it the toolbox of laws and regulations. These laws and regulations can have a strong effect on 2 other essential solutions, in addition to the technical solutions: our behavior and the efficiency of the appliances we are already using. For example, by changing tax rates, we are even able to increase the effectiveness of some of the other solutions. This means we are able to live without the 2 less sustainable and costly solutions: carbon capture and storage and nuclear power. So this has been a little introduction for a big problem. If you're interested in digging a little deeper into the whole issue and you want to become a pro in climate change, visit NOE21.org/solutions, where all the solutions are explained in full details. See you there.